Parker had done already a million of these. I remember her even saying, like telling the DP, you can't use that shot. It's not, why are you shooting this? It doesn't match. You can't. It's not going to work. And I was like, well, I think it will. It's not going to work. And she was 100% right. Hi, I'm Lisa Kudrow, and we're going to look at scenes from things I've been in.
Hundreds of millions of years ago, the Earth was ruled by...
Excuse me one second. Do you think you're ever going to want to go out with my cousin?
Many hundreds of millions of years ago.
Thank God for Mad About You, which was my favorite show on TV. I thought that was such a great show. It was a quality multi-camera show. Paul Reiser's phenomenal. Helen Hunt is phenomenal. I was really proud to be able to have a role on Mad About You. So I thought, honestly, when I shot the pilot of Friends, I thought, this is a good show. But good shows don't get picked up all the time. If there's any hope of me being able to stay on Mad About You after the pilot doesn't get picked up, or they pick it up for, 12 more episodes and then that's it. Like after this fails, because there's no telling what's going to happen. Something can be great and still it gets canceled. I was preserving Mad About You for myself. Friends found that they had to justify why this same face and voice is going to be on at 8 o'clock on Mad About You once in a while. And then there she is at 8:30 on Friends.
Do you want some chicken? No food with a face. You have not changed. Yeah, you too.
They had to cope with that and incorporate Ursula into Friends. Look, they're good writers. So if you're a good writer, there are no problems. There's just, really interesting things that come out of adapting. But I was thrilled, that I could still be Ursula.
Smelly cat, smelly cat, smelly cat.
Ugh, outfit. What a terrible dress. But that is really funny. That was a funny show. They're all so good, too. That's the thing. They're so good. Courtney, David, Jennifer, Matthew, Matt. Just naming the cast.
Oh my God.
I know.
I sound amazing.
And then I'm sorry, I love Phoebe. Just thinking, I sound great. That's me. Someone said it was me, so it is. Ha! Yeah. If you have the option of loving yourself or being disappointed in yourself, why not choose love? Well, with the songs, with Phoebe and the songs at first, I took a guitar lesson or two and then realized I don't like playing guitar, number one. And my brother's a phenomenal guitar player, and there's real musical talent in my family, and but not with me. And I also just felt like the point of this character, though, is that she thinks she's great and she loves doing it. It doesn't mean that she's talented, and I think it's even funnier and more worthwhile if, she just sort of knows some chords, doesn't really play them well. But it turned out it was going to be easier, and they were fine with it. Marta Kaufman and David Crane, they were fine with that. Because then I would have to work on the songs, during the week. Because you rehearse on a multi-camera show, you rehearse all week and then shoot it on one night. And I thought it'll be easier if I can come up with the tune of the ditty. Because I thought, they can't be too good. I thought some of the other Phoebe songs were so much funnier. When she's at this nursery school, or like this kids program and singing these songs that are so inappropriate. Your dog is dead, grandma is too, Right. It's those things were really funny. They were so inappropriate.
Now Grandma's a person who everyone likes. She bought you a train and a bright shiny bike. But lately she hasn't been coming to dinner. And last time you saw her, she looked so much thinner.
After 9/11, I understood how important entertainment really is, and how important comedies are, and how important Friends was to people, because we do need that escape. I would drive home from the set, from Friends, and, people, you're at a stoplight and the car next to you, someone would look over and go, ah. After 9/11, it still gets me a little emotional, I have to say. Someone would look over and just go, thank you. Like about to cry and just say thank you. And I fully understood what they meant. And that's when I think I really took it in, what these shows do mean to us. So, and felt very proud to be contributing to a break for people.
So you must be like the most successful person in our entire graduating class.
Well, I guess that depends on how you define success. If to you, success means having a house in Aspen, one in Acapulco.
Can we stop for 1 second? Because Alan Cumming, come on. He's such a force. I was so thrilled that he was going to be in Romy and Michele. He was so good. And then getting to meet him, and he's so fun and light, so down to earth, but still like a little bit of that, what is it? I don't know. Joie de vivre. It's like Parker Posey. It's like they're an event, in and of themselves. And it's just so thrilling to be around them and to watch them and everything. So I was nervous about dramatic actors. Now I'm doing Romy and Michele. Mira Sorvino had won an Oscar. And I'm working, and Alan Cumming was in these very cool Miramax movies. And I was a little like, all right, well, let's see. Shit. Just multi-camera. And it was a TV actor, not a movie actor. And it was sort of getting better, but not really. It really didn't feel like we were the same at all. And some people made that transition. Good for them. They won't think much of me. And how's this going to go? And Mira was great and super smart. Oh, my God. She went to Harvard, studied Chinese. What? Come on. Janine, a little nervous. Garofalo, who stand-up, hilarious, and in movies, and great. And then Alan was just so thrilled and delighted, and he's nice and happy and friendly, and I went, oh, okay, I'm being accepted. That's great. Okay, good. This is good. And not only that, but I'm really getting along with these people, and they like me. And then all of that, just a sitcom on a sitcom, and it went away.
Suitcase of memories, time after sometimes you picture me.
Choreographer, Smith Wards, thank God. Thank God for her, because I don't dance, and suggested maybe it's just funny if Michele poses and thinks she's dancing, and Smith went, yep, that's great, and she incorporated it in. And while Mira's just like flying around and doing too much. It's hilarious. Oh my God, so good. I think we did it 40 times. And you might be laughing, thinking I'm exaggerating. I think every setup was at least 15, 20 takes. Yeah, I learned a lot doing that movie. And it was still fun, believe it or not, but it was hard. Where I'm telling you Romy and Michele is my fingers are crossed that they want to do, because I read a script that's hilarious, if I'm even allowed to say that. Oh my God, it's really funny. Yeah, and I know everyone wants to do it, so that's great too.
I give up.
It's fair.
Okay, pause, please. That's so bad. It's so funny. I mean, supposed to be. I did a good job.
Got my stage name all figured out, too. Camille LaPlante.
You look beautiful.
Thanks.
The picture. She changed her name to Camille LaPlante. It's so... Oh, this was such a good movie. Toni Collette is so great. Duh. We all know, right? But, oh my God. Look at her, just like so supportive and just feeling like this is her actor friend, and how exciting. She has an actor friend and she's guessing all the emotions right. I mean, taking a little while to figure them out, but oh my God, Tony's so good. This character I decided to play for this part was, in The Groundlings, I did this actress on a talk show thing, so maybe it's somewhere in that world. And, of course, that Groundlings character got developed into Valerie Cherish, like actually wore a red wig at the Groundlings for that person. But so this is sort of like a glimpse into a version of that. But I loved this movie so much. I shot this during Friends hiatus, and it was after like the first or second season. And I did Romy and Michele. I also got sent Clockwatchers and went, oh, this is so good.
You're reading the script. What's catching your eye?
Yeah, that's a good question. Why haven't I ever been asked that ever before? What I loved about it, I mean, yes, of course, it's all women and they're all temps. And you don't have a real place in the world. They weren't fully part of the society of this workplace. And they could feel it, and it becomes the only thing they want, turn on a dime on each other if they feel like they're about to be cast out, because you're cast out, you don't exist anymore. That is how things work in the world, in society. I mean, we're social animals and we need each other to survive and exist. I liked that whole thing. I liked that whole aspect of it. And who's in it? Toni Collette, yes. Parker Posey, who's saying no? How am I saying no? What? And of course, that's the thing to do. I'm on a sitcom and I'm doing this fun, ditzy girl movie, Romy and Michele, which is funny. But this is what I need to do. How fantastic I get to do this. So right after Romy and Michele, I did Clockwatchers. And going from this, Romy and Michele was a long shoot, and it's, like take after take after take after take. So luxurious that way. And then into Clockwatchers, which is, okay, we get 2 takes and then we have to move on. And, and it was so fun and fast. I loved both. What a fantastic hiatus that was.
Been rehearsing for 2 weeks. Haven't met my cast yet. So excited for me to meet them. You hit the door? Yep. That's okay. Have to be careful walking backwards, right?
This was the first thing Michael and I wrote for season 3. We had talked and talked and talked and talked and talked and kept talking and kept refining, like, okay, and then this has to happen. What episode would that be? And at some point, we just went, we better start writing. And I said, okay, right now, let's do it right now. And so we wrote that. It hasn't changed.
I feel like I'm indentured.
No, you're not. No. You're paying me back by the work you're doing.
Yeah, that's what indentured means.
Jane doesn't want to be there. Clearly, she had money problems. Val loaned her money. And I just really loved that Jane said, I just feel indentured. Like, I don't want to be. I feel indentured. And Valerie Jane keeps saying, all right, this is uncomfortable. No, it's not. You're just paying me back by doing work. That's what indentured means. Like, Val just won't have it. This is the thing about Valerie. She's not economical. The whole point of her from season 1, she doesn't need the money. She's signing up for all this. She doesn't need to put a roof over her head or food on the table. There are no kids to provide for. She doesn't have to do any of this. So here too, she's got a social media person that she's paying. And this young person's just like, all right, it's not a bad job. I got flown to New York. Okay. I'll just point a phone at this middle-aged woman. All right. I say middle-aged.
This feels like the doc we were doing 10 years ago. It's not new.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what's new. I've never been on stage before.
Michael, we always talk about what would we do, and it just wasn't the right vehicle, wasn't an event, enough of an event. And Michael was playing around with, we talked about what would Valerie be doing during the strike. That was in 2023, and what would she be doing during COVID? We were talking about all these things, but it wasn't the event. And then Michael just went, okay, he said the premise of this season. Valerie's offered a leading role in a sitcom, in a multi-camera show, but it's written by AI. So what happens when there is no writer? There is no Polly G to be the problem. Then, what is the problem? It's AI, and I don't know. It was so fantastic, and then we just started exploring from there. In season 1, when we started this, it was about the beginning of reality TV, and it felt like, well, that's the end of scripted television. And we could see writers weren't getting overall deals as much. And it really, there was fear and panic. Like, reality TV, this is the end. It's the end of culture. It's the end of anything good, because why spend the money on scripted television? It's so much cheaper, and no unions at that time. Barely any kind of regulations, health and safety, No one's concerned about anyone's mental health. I mean, it was brutal. We got through it. 10 years later, we came back, and a 15-person writer's room was reduced to 6 people because now it's all premium cable. No one's doing multicams. There weren't much of the 22 episode shows. So you don't need as many writers, cut in half. And now it's halved again. And now there's a threat that AI could be writing shows. So it's a trilogy.
Oh, wait a minute. Where you going?
Don't touch me. Oh, how could you do that?
Another country heard from.
I gotta go.
Honey, maybe you should wait downstairs.
Why? Are they going to throw me off the balcony, too?
Up. You're upset, and you're upsetting me.
Well, of course I'm upset. My wedding is ruined because you've got problems.
What drew your initial interest to the project?
Well, Billy Crystal, Robert De Niro. There was only one thing, that when I heard about it, I had just given birth 10 days before and went, oh, so I guess not happening. It's like, well, my agent said, you're not shooting it, till July. It's May. And I went, oh, yeah, I might be okay by then. Yeah, so just go meet with Billy and Harold Ramis. No big deal. And I go in and I meet with them, and Billy's like, so you seemed okay, but you just gave birth. You're going to be okay really to do this? And I said, well, I think so. Should be fine, because July. He said, all right, well, we start Thursday. And I went, oh, you do? Wow, okay. That's soon. For you, I don't start till, I didn't say it. I'm thinking, well, all right, I don't start till July, so. Okay. And then I go home, my agent says, okay, great, so you're going to do it. I went, all right, so you need to get on a plane tomorrow. What? And my hormones are like, I can't think clearly. And everyone around me, my parents, my husband's parents, my husband, there's a baby nurse, thank God. They all went, it's okay. No, you should do this. How's that just for context, when there's an opportunity and you're deciding between work and life, and everyone's saying work, choose the work. And I just went, So baby nurse and my 2-week-old and I got on a plane and went to New York.
I got problems.
All right, I'm going downstairs to pack, and then I'm going to New York. And I am getting married, with you or without you.
Robert De Niro, really sweet. And we're at a restaurant, there was a cast dinner, and I'm leaving, and I'm right behind Robert De Niro is leaving. So walking out of the restaurant, he leaves, and I'm walking out, and paparazzi pick up cameras and start shooting, and I just thought, Robert De Niro just walked out, and you didn't see him? Like, why didn't they see Robert De Niro? He's kind of magic. He can turn energy off, and he disappears. And then camera's on him, and he turns it on, and is magnificent.
I messed up, okay? I just goddamn messed up. Really goddamn shit bad. Goddamn.
Emma's phenomenally talented, and she was then, and I had done a smaller movie called Paperman. That's when I first met Emma, and she was even younger. And I was going through this period it lasted like 5 years, where I couldn't cry. There were no tears coming, and in this scene in particular, I was feeling devastated. I mean, everything there, and I was crying. But no tears were coming out. But I was crying. It's just there were no tears, just dry. I don't know what, it was the craziest thing. And all I could think was, Emma Stone must think I'm like the worst actress on the planet. I mean, that's because it happened in Paperman too, in a scene where I was supposed to be, they cut the scene. It was a good cut. And there was a scene where I was supposed to be crying, talking to her, and it just wasn't happening. And then in this, I was crying and no tears, and Will Gluck went, yeah, you are crying, but there are no tears. I've never seen that before in my whole life. What the hell is happening? So, yeah, I didn't love that. Now I cry like a tick, to quote Terry Garr in Tootsie. Well, thanks for watching.